Hey guys, this is Ripken Brayman, and I'm doing my sports news assignment on an article that was about the XFL's growing fan base. Alright, before I get into the article, I just wanted to do a brief history of the XFL for those of you who might not know really what that is. So the XFL is a professional football league in the United States. There's 8 teams. And they played one season back in 2001 before ceasing, and it ceased due to poor viewership and lack of funds. They actually lost $70 million in a pretty short span, but they are now returning in 2020 in hopes of being successful, unlike the past. All right, for the summary of the article. The article mostly talked about what the XFL is doing to help grow its fan base and sell tickets. And the three main points that the article talked about was the behind the scenes content that the XFL has that other leagues don't, the low ticket prices, and the positive fan interactions that are done by the teams in order to gain fans. I'm going to start with the behind the scenes content, which is actually a pretty cool thing that the XFL is doing. It's much different than the NFL. And a couple of the things that they've done that are pretty cool and has helped them to gain fans is that they broadcast communications between the players and coaches that goes through their headsets. They broadcast that on TV, and the announcers actually give analysis on like what plays they're calling and things in that manner. And then another thing they do is they interview players and coaches throughout the game, not just at like halftime, but they'll interview them before a big drive or after a touchdown play, which is a different perspective that isn't really seen in other leagues. And then another thing that they do is they have complete transparency during reviews. They actually go to the review booth, and the person analyzing the plays uh, gives a complete description of why he's going to make the call that he is. The second thing the article talked about that the XFL does in order to help their grow fan bases and sell tickets is have low ticket prices. Their tickets start for single seat tickets at $30, which are all located in the lower bowl. No XFL team sells tickets outside of the lower bowl, so $30, pretty comparable to the NFL's average of $151, which includes all sections of the stadium. And it seems like the low ticket prices actually helped their attendance. The first weekend of XFL games, they averaged 17,409 fans, which is pretty high, especially considering in the week two teams are expected to have 20,000 plus for their home opener in the XFL. All right, and the third thing the article talked about was positive fan interactions done by both the teams and the league to help gain fans and sell tickets. The first thing is the teams let fans vote on branding decisions, such as team names and other things in that genre. And then the league let fans vote on game rules and other stadium experiences that they wanted incorporated with the league. And then teams put on public events to help grow fan bases. The article talked about the St. Louis Battlehawks, who had been to numerous high school games just getting their name out there, and had put on 20-something happy hour events to help gain fans. All right, and for my critiques, my biggest critique is that many leagues have tried, including the XFL, has tried before to be successful, not to take over the NFL, but to just be a secondary league and gain fans and just be profitable. And so many leagues have failed, and it's just going to be a tough road for them to actually be successful. Though I will say, compared to the AAF, which was a league last year, and they flopped, I think, 2 weeks before the end of the season. The AAF's average attendance was 15,292, whereas the XFL was up over 17,000 for week one, and they're expecting higher attendances for week two. So it'll be interesting to see if they can actually sustain the amount of fans throughout the season past just the home opener, which in most sports is the most popular game. And then the other positive thing I will say about the XFL is fans seem to like that things are being done different in the XFL with all the different rules or the different play-by-play and like being able to hear what the coach is telling the players in the interviews mid game. But it'll be interesting to see if that can actually be successful going throughout the season. All right, and for my discussion questions on the article, I made 4 of them, and here they are. Can the XFL sustain itself as a professional sports league? Will the XFL continue to fill the lower bowl of the stadiums? And also, I would add to that, will they be able to surpass just the lower bowl and be able to open up higher parts of the stadium? Will they be able to sell enough tickets? Will the XFL be another failed football league in the U.S.? And will the NFL follow in the XFL's footsteps for anything such as any of the rule changes that they've done or the transparency on reviews, which seems to be really popular with fans among the XFL? All right, and for my sources, I added the article as well as a couple other sources that I got statistics from. Feel free to check those out. All right, and thanks for watching, guys.